Hi, this is Megan with Woven Existence. We're doing a pick a card read today, and I'll be using this Soulshine 1111 created deck with divine messages, along with the Universal Love Oracle deck. The picked piles are already beneath this silk that is just here. I didn't want to overwhelm with choice before we get to the pick a card moment. So these will be messages that are either from a soul contract that already exists. Doesn't mean that you've necessarily already met that person within this lifetime, but a soul contract connection already exists from a past life or from this life. Or it's a message from yourself in another timeline or lifetime. That is for you to determine or discern, but I've been very specific in which kinds of beings are coming forward with this. So let me show you, because there is also some crystals with these. So pile 1 is here with the Unakite. I can explain more about the meaning of the stones after when we go along the piles. And there is a little charm here as well. Pile 2 is Serpentine, also had a charm. And pile 3 is a Rose Quartz, has a charm, and also this other trinket that came forward and wanted to come forward to be a part of that. So I'll leave you could pause it as long as you need, but whichever pile or stone is drawing your attention first and foremost is the right thing. Or it could be that there are multiple messages in this for you, and so if more than one pile calls to you, that is not wrong either. Okay, let's do pile 1. Great. So pile 1, this is Unakite. It's a stone that I had gotten specifically because of its properties of helping one connect with past lives. That does not necessarily mean that's exactly who it is that is coming forward for you, but it is a very powerful stone in that way. It really, really helped me in that connection. So maybe it's something to look into getting if you don't already have one. It is in a heart shape as well, which is just lovely. Sometimes it's nice to see on the mantle or on an altar. And so then the trinket or the charm is a 4-leaf clover, and it is inside of a horseshoe, which is turned up, that holds the luck in Irish tradition and culture. So if any of that connects with you, or maybe it has, in a past life there was a version of you that worked with horses. Okay, so let's see what this is. Now, there is an overarching card of reflection for this pile and pile 2. So it is possible that whatever messages are in this one carry over into pile 2, or they're connected in some way. I shuffled this deck, and both times that I picked cards for pile 1 and 2, this was underneath the card that I picked. So it is definitely connecting the two of them together, and we'll get to the meaning of that card specifically afterwards. So these are the messages from whoever it is that your intuition tells you is speaking through in this moment. I feel like you are outgrowing me. My life feels really chaotic without you. I was not sticking up for you when I should have. I am now, and people do not like it. I am reprioritizing my life. Now, these are going to land with you however it is they land, and I don't feel it is my place to interpret for you in this reading, which is different to the other ones. How can I put this beside? Maybe we'll do this. And then Golden Path is the Oracle card. This is a very loving deck. I felt it was a good pairing when I was picking these out, to have whatever heavy messages may come through, or loving messages, whatever it is that the words mean to you, are connected to something that can aid in a spiritual healing moment about the connection. Continue your current course of action, even if you are experiencing unforeseen difficulties and obstacles. Every journey has its trials. Every learning, each skill, and all progress is accomplished through challenge. You move because you have pushed your body. You know because you have exercised your mind, and you know yourself by questioning your identity. This card has shown up in your reading today to encourage you to keep going. Bring the challenge close. Tackle them head on, or challenges. Tackle them head on. As they are not obstacles blocking the way, but an intrinsic part of the journey. Acceptance, perseverance, and conviction will lead you on. This is your golden path. Now is not the time to give up. A bright future is in the making, even if you cannot currently see it. And then that is page number 39, in case you wanted to look up that angel number, or if it's been showing up for you, which also adds to 12, which adds to 3 in numerology. Okay, and now I will read the meaning of the card reflection for you. So consider all that you have accomplished. Remember what you were like 5 years or 10 years ago. Look back and you'll realize just how far you've come. Acknowledge the experiences that have helped you get where you are. Hopefully, you will see that the even painful or unpleasant events served a purpose. Reflection is the way of meaningful lives. In the quiet of the dawning, watch your world unfold. Draw out the wisdom, detach from all that is not truth, and delight in revelation. Stand before the glory of life and reflect. Only you know how far that you have traveled to be where you are. Everything turns golden with the passing of time, like autumn leaves that fall to the ground, filling the tapestry of our lives with beautiful colors. And that is on page 51. Okay. Thank you, pile 1. Thank you, cards. Now, pile 2. This is Serpentine. And we have this charm of a seahorse, which for me has really like balanced love. The way that they live their lives and the way their relationships between the male and female of this species. It's definitely something I think that we can learn from, but I am not to say who it is that this message is coming through for you from. Okay, so we want to set them in a different way. Now, if you have clicked into this one and did not listen to pile 1, this is the card that is actually connecting pile 1 and pile 2. I will get to its meaning at the end. But both times that I shuffled for the Oracle card for pile 1 and pile 2, that was the card that was underneath the one that I picked. So I knew that there was a connection between the two. If you feel called to, definitely listen to pile 1 as well. If not, then I'll read the meaning at the end of this and you can disregard pile 1 altogether. Okie dokie. So the messages are, I continue to learn about love. I hope that one day we will unite with one another to support, inspire, guide, and teach the world more. I want to talk to you, but I am scared. There's a bit of a shine on that. Okay. The beauty you gift and are do not go unnoticed. I feel transparent and, like others, see through my BS, including myself. Interesting, because these have a certain energy, and this is definitely a different one. So it could just be because it feels different here, or for that being to send through. It could also be that there is just a second voice in this that is coming through for you. I will leave that up to you to discern for yourself. And you don't have to have a name for this person, especially if it's you in another lifetime kind of a thing, but this could be the beginning of a relationship or communication because they have come forward today. If it is a soul contract, it's possibly someone that you know the name of already. If it's you in another timeline, it's likely you have the same name, but not necessarily. Okay. So you can sit with that as long as you would like. Like I said in pile 1, I am not going to interpret exactly who this is coming from or what those mean because that is up to you. And your relationship with them. And okay, it's only coming up now to say this. Let this sit with you, and as you develop your understanding better of whatever communication is coming through, come back to this. Either write it down now or come back to this video that these are the words that are being said. It could be that it's helpful in the future, or I think it's about also having, like, seeing how far you've grown since you heard them. I'm not going to explain. That's what it wants to say. That's what's coming through. I'm being told to get on with the cards. Okay, so spiritual growth is your oracle card, and that is from the Universal Love deck. So this is the meaning of the card. Ooh, and we have a rose and we have an angel. I mean, this does feel like something that's being watched over, or something that is watching over you. I'm seeing, like, actually Sachette has been coming forward for me recently, so I'm getting that this is like that 1,000-leaf lotus that is at the very top of the crown chakra, and this is like your higher self. This is a being that looks feminine, but it doesn't have to be specific to like gender or sex in this reading. This is just like this immensely powerful and at peace, wise being that has connection to above, to the angels, to the spirit realm, and is surrounded in divine light themselves, and is like growing out of, if you look at the pictures that depict Sachette, and maybe that's a goddess that you need to look into or is coming forward to you at this time, there is a line that comes out of the top of her head, and then there is a 7-point sort of like asterisk star thing that very much is, I mean, it's actually really similar to that. That's not in shot. Never mind. There's a little star over to the right here. There is definitely a, what's the word I want to say? Higher self connection here. No. Divine lifetime. Actually, this is likely as well, if you have not made connection with your soul family, as in those who are in the before you were human, those who are rooting you on from, like, you chose to come to Earth. There are beings, there are energies that are specifically on your side. This, like, universe is on your side. There's a spirit team, but you seek for a thing that feels like home, and it's a home you have never known on this planet. And it is something that you can feel inside of yourself, so therefore you know it exists. But this is likely a connection to that is being either begun in this moment. I definitely kind of am getting you in another timeline from all of this, but again, that is up to you and how it is landing with you. So let me read the card. Spiritual growth. This is a very special time, of deep spiritual awareness and growth. Powerful changes are taking place deep within you, and it is important to nurture yourself as this occurs. Take time out to appreciate the beauty and healing energy of nature. Wonder at trees, delight in the flowers, feel the earth beneath your feet, hear the sacred heart of Gaia, and rejoice in the essence of her nurturing spirit. Walk along the beach, step into the waves, and feel the ebb and flow of the water and the ebb and flow of your own divinity. You will emerge from this period with a renewed sense of purpose and heightened ability to tap into the vast pools of knowledge, inspiration, and creativity that dwell within you. Now, and then as promised, this is the reading of reflection, and if you have come from pile 1, you can just skip ahead or listen to it again, and maybe the words fall with you a different way after hearing the rest of this message. Reflection. Consider all you have accomplished. Remember what you were like 5 or 10 years ago. Look back and you'll realize just how far you've come. Acknowledge the experiences that have helped you get where you are. Hopefully you will see that even painful or unpleasant events served a purpose. Reflection is the way of meaningful living. In the quiet of the dawning, watch your world unfold. Draw out the wisdom, detach from all that is not truth, and delight in revelation. Stand before the glory of life and reflect. Only you know how far you have traveled to be where you are. Everything turns golden with the passing of time. Like autumn leaves that fall to the ground, filling the tapestry of our lives with beautiful colors. Okay, so that's going to be it for pile 2. Go hug a tree. I'm getting a lot of nature imagery in this, and this is a cover of that, and just there's a confirmation ding as I hit my water bottle. Yeah, allow your heart, like your chest, to touch the tree. You know, limp hugging when it comes to trees. They are here for all of our love. Okay, so moving on. Oh, it's over here. Pile 2. Pile 3. Pardon me. Maybe all of these piles are connected because not me actually accidentally saying pile 2 and pile 1 and 2 are connected. So, okay, welcome pile 3. We have rose quartz that attracted you to this pile, or maybe it was the cards, but there is the rose quartz. We have, not trinket, was the word, charm. I'm continuously not grasping that word for my brain. And it is a little money bag, and it's the only one that is bronze. The other two are both silver. I believe that bronze is a heartier metal, even though it may be like, oh, it's a third thingy. And the other thing that came through, and the extra trinkets did not come forward with this, which is really random, but it is a, you know, you melt wax and then stamp your letter when you're sending, you know, an envelope or a letter to somebody, and definitely kind of old-timey, and so, you know, maybe there's the past life connection with all of this, or specifically, ooh, okay, I don't want to specifically say what it is for you. I'm allowing these cards to really speak to you and your intuition, but I definitely am getting for someone that this is communication from a person who you would have corresponded with or been in a relationship with. I'm getting more like there was a lot of distance and longing and love. Jesus, oh my God, that's like really, I want to cry for that right now. It's not mine to let through in that way, so I will just explain it to you. There is a very strong connection between you and somebody, and whether you have met them in this lifetime or even are going to meet them in this lifetime or not, they as a spiritual being are somewhere, whether they're in human form or not, and it is very likely that for some people this is a message from them or explanations from that lifetime. I'm not going to, specify. You'll know yourself what it is. But these are the messages for pile 3, regardless of if that is resonating with you or not. Okay. Karma is crushing me. I am struggling, and I do not know where to start to make the bad stop. I want you all of the time, and I cannot stop thinking about you. I feel like I can barely take care of myself, let alone you or someone else. I feel confused and have so much healing to do. I am just so tired. I left you before you could leave me. Okay. And then the oracle card for this deck, or for this pile, is meditation. And I'm getting drawn to this line that feels like, here it looks like Ogham, which is an ancient Irish language, predating Gaelic, obviously, pre-Christian language. It's carved into pre-Christian stones and different markings. Ooh, and we have a little sun at the third eye. I'll lift this so you can see it a little better, maybe. Obviously, it's a being that's like lying this way. Really, really connecting with the flow of Earth, of Gaia, and allowing yourself to be one with. And maybe this is more like allow this to be you right now, because like, God, this feels like a way more loving, love-focused pile, but in like a really poignant way. And that can be very heavy to carry into different lifetimes, as well as just even in this one lifetime. And Earth is being like, I'm here for you to rest up against me. Like, you are home for right now. You are home. Okay, I wasn't spoon. Yeah. And actually the tree looks like it could be growing that way, but it's definitely got roots down here, which I just noticed. So anyway, allowing maybe go out when it's windy sometime soon and just like, ooh, really allow that to blow like away things that are feeling really heavy. Because it's just like, I'm getting both things, which like, funny enough, because it's like this thing of duality. Like, there is, the positive and the negative of existence, and you are on the line between both of those experiences. But there's also this kind of like fracture that is being healed by you continuously. And there's scars to show the healing that you have been through, even if they're not evident to like everybody in your waking life. You are doing so much work to keep things together and yourself together. Maybe you also just need to allow something to fall apart. Allow things to fall away. Like, we have these leaves falling down. It is autumn or fall, just because that was kind of like specific word-wise, but like... And I think with the eyes closed, it's also like, you don't have to be in control of what falls away right now. It needs to be something that you just allow to leave your life. And I don't even think this is about too much of like a control thing. It's even just like, there's a lot of pieces that you feel maybe need to be put into certain places. It is sort of a jigsaw analogy I'm getting, but it's like, one, allow the divine to put some of these pieces in place. Like, lean on your connection with the earth, with spiritual. Like, you have decided to be here in human form for this lifetime, but you're not doing it alone. You are supported by so much around you. There are angels, there is the universe, there's source, there is the actual earth itself, there is, you know, your soul, family, anything and anyone that you call upon. I mean, this is besides the actual humans that are currently in your life. And if you're not getting enough like hugs right now from people, I think you really need a deep, good hug. And in the last, in pile 2, there was a very like hug a tree. I mean, which is kind of obviously close to what's happening in this. That is the cover of this deck. Actually, the day that I got this deck, okay, an anecdote is coming through. The day that I got this deck, I walked past this really beautiful tree, and I hugged it for so long, like, because I took this out to lean against the tree on the way from the expo that I was at. Because it was just such a beautiful day, and the light was like, you know, coming through the leaves of the trees as it does. And I was in the shade, and I leaned up against this tree, and it was like perfect kind of lean, the you know, angle, and it was really, really wide and strong, and an old tree, you know. And then I leant against it and was looking through this little book, and then turned around and hugged it, and I made sure that my heart was against it. And that was on like a really busy street, and it's not always that I feel so just like, I don't care what the current short-lived life humans that are around me give. I don't give a fuck about what they think. Pardon my French or whatever. I know that curses can be hard for people to hear in a spiritual space, but I think they have as much of a place as in anything. It's probably the collective that I would have attracted. So I didn't need all explaining. Anyhow, I think more of us just need to be doing that kind of thing in public, because it allows other people to start doing it too. It allows other people the moment to just be like, oh, we're doing that now. Oh, we can be our little weird selves in front of each other, and it's okay, because like we're all here and we're all experiencing this nuts life, and there's all of these like ideals about what we're supposed to be doing and such, and all of it's really made up. I mean, it's a spiritual journey in a little skin sack. Like, why is, you know, this a factor, that a factor? You're making it up to make it more difficult, mainly to distract yourself from the spiritual aspect of it. And I get it. It's not easy. It is not easy. We do make it a lot harder than it needs to be, though. Okay. Ooh, and our numerology for this page is a 10. So there's definitely like completion in this. But I'm also getting kind of like a rest place and a home feeling again from that. So, okay. Your soul is yearning to communicate with you. So sit quietly and listen. Let the light of your soul fill your heart and mind. Listen to the guidance that comes from within. Pay attention to your inner world, and don't be distracted by what is going on outside of you. All you need is inside you, not outside of you. The outer world is full of distractions and illusions. In your inner world resides your truth. If you are struggling to find an answer or a solution to something, then still your mind through meditation, and soon all will become clear. Choose your eyes, close your eyes, press your fingertips together. Breathe slowly, and watch your thoughts come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky. Step back from your mind and observe its patterns and repetitions. Who is the driver? Who is the watcher? Breathe. Okay, and then the card that was underneath this when I picked it up stood out to me just like it did with the other piles, and it was Guardian. Oh, that's not at all in shot. There you go. It was Guardian. So allow me to read the meaning of that. And oh, look what they're doing. Their fingertips are together. The way that these connect is just so beautiful. Wow. Okay. At times you feel lonely, even amidst company. The reality is that you are never alone, for you are loved more than you can possibly imagine. An angel is close to you at present, and you will feel their presence in the coming days. Watch for synchronicities in the words of a song you hear, a falling leaf, or feather, or a butterfly fluttering by. or numbers. These are all signs from your angel, who is here to guide and illuminate your path. And your angel will always protect you. There is no right or wrong path, and ultimately, all paths lead to the great ocean of love inside of your heart. Okay. So there was a card that stayed behind when I picked the deck out of the box, and it didn't feel like something to note until now. But I'm gonna just show the imagery to you because it feels connected to this one. Are they both in shot? Not really. Oh, I might have to also cover that. Okay. I'm gonna leave you with that. Sending my highest and most loving love to you at this time. And if you would like a personal reading, you can book one with me. The link is in the bio or something like that. It's wherever YouTube's bios are. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for listening.